Live from downtown Spokane, this is 4 News Now at 6.
Good evening. Thanks for joining us here tonight for 4 News Now at 6 o'clock. I'm Jordan Smith. We are tracking a couple of wildfires around the region today. South of Sandpoint in Naples, Idaho, the Clover Fire started up this afternoon. According to Boundary County Emergency Management, that fire started on a log deck north of the Alta Mill. The fire reached the grass and is now spreading north. It's currently estimated to be between 5 and 10 acres and 0% contained. The Boundary County Emergency Management Twitter page sharing that level 3 evacuations, meaning go now, are in effect for people located north of Alta Mill and south of Sandy Ridge Road. North of Sandy Ridge for a mile is under level 2 evacuations, meaning get set to leave at a moment's notice. One structure has been lost in this fire, and the cause of it is still under investigation. Another fire is burning roughly 10 miles north of Davenport, named the Western Pines Fire. As of this morning, level 3 evacuations still in place for the directly affected area. We have the evacuation zones coming up here. Level 2 evacuations have been downgraded to level 1, so some promising news there. That still just means get ready, though. And on your screen here, you can see some of the dry fuels that fire has been able to tear through. It's currently burning at 5,800 acres, roughly 9 square miles, with 0% containment. Today, fire crews are reinforcing fire lines and beginning to mop up operations on the fire perimeter. The Lincoln County Fairgrounds is open as an evacuation center for those needing to leave their homes. And the last fire that we're tracking here tonight is the Hope Fire. That one's burning 15 miles north of Kettle Falls, 5 miles southwest of Northport. And an update we received this morning, the fire is burning at 6,500 acres. That's a little over 10 square miles. That one also 0% contained. Levels 1, 2, and 3 evacuations are still in place for the affected area in Stevens County. The Red Cross Evacuation Center is only open now at Kettle Falls Middle School on an on-call basis. The cause of the fire is under investigation. And within these evacuation zones are families and the land that they've established over the years. During wildfire season, this hard work can be erased in a matter of seconds. Alan Hubbard, a rancher who watched the flames engulf his property near Kettle Falls, watched through cameras that he had set up in the area, and he described his experience to Mary Sheridan, who shares the story of his loss tonight.
Here we were mowing down all the tall grass, trying to keep if there was a fire, to keep it from spreading.
Just a few weeks ago, Alan Hubbard drove from Spokane to Kettle Falls to get some chores done at his ranch.
We're hopeful that maybe it had, that had saved some of the buildings, but the fire was so intense. It was just a wall of fire that came across the field.
When the wildfire began on Tuesday, Alan was in Spokane, driving his girlfriend home from brain surgery.
We saw the report of the fire starting, but it was about 5 miles away, and so I felt we were pretty safe.
Alan had 5 game cameras set up around his property. They automatically take pictures when they sense heat or movement. That evening, Alan watched his land slowly disappear into a white-hot flash.
It's completely burned all 150 acres of my ranch, took out every building, and pretty much there's nothing left to work with now.
Wildfires are known for their cruel inconsistencies. Some of Alan's neighbors lost everything, while others emerged unscathed.
Because evacuation orders are still in place, Alan hasn't been up to check on his property in person yet, but he continues to check on the game cameras, 2 of which survived the fire.
Now this is a shot. See the fire burnt all the way up to there, but the deer are still coming in. They look really confused about the land all being burned up.
Hubbard says the Hope Fire has cost him an estimated $450,000 in damage and stripped the beauty from an area he's loved for years.
Right now it's going to be a lot of digging through stuff, see if there's anything that's salvageable, and hauling the rest.
And then the slow process of rebuilding. Reporting in Spokane Valley, Mary Sheridan, 4 News Now.
Thank you so much, Mary. Our best goes out to him. So we are talking more about fire danger as we're heading into tomorrow. Now, we still have that heat advisory, which is in effect today into tomorrow evening. We now have a fire weather warning or a red flag warning. That is tomorrow from 1 p.m. to 10 p.m. Now, what makes it a fire weather warning? Well, we have heavy winds. We could see gusts up to 40 miles per hour. Humidity is low as well. And yes, we still have heat and dry conditions tomorrow. So this is a warning for first responders that fire danger is at a high. It doesn't include Coeur d'Alene, but it includes most of the eastern part of the state of Washington. So just get ready for that. Now, we've been having not much smoke in our areas. We haven't had it for about 24 hours, which is good news. But when the winds switch tomorrow from the west going east, we could see more of the smoke coming into our area. We'll, of course, keep a close eye on that. But right now, our current air quality is in the good zone. So that is always great news. So our evening planner right now, we're in the mid-90s for our regions. Overnight, we're going to be clear, and our overnight lows are going to be in the mid to upper 60s. So not much relief overnight. Tomorrow, more sunshine, and again, windy afternoon with that fire weather warning. And we do have some good news. If you're tired of the heat, we have some brief respite from the heat coming next week, but then the heat will be back on. I'll get you ready for all of that in my first alert weather forecast that's coming up.
Jason, thanks very much for that. A silver alert has been activated by the Washington State Patrol for a missing 72-year-old man out of Deer Park. Harry Ballman, also known as Gus, was reported missing by his family on July 7th. He was last seen walking on Highway 2 on Monday and could be trying to hitchhike towards the Boston area. He was last seen wearing a green baseball cap and a Seattle Seahawks t-shirt. Harry is 5'9" and weighs 160 pounds. You can see his photo there on your screen. And due to the high heat and his dementia diagnosis, his family is concerned about his welfare. So if you see Harry, you're asked to call 911. Still ahead here, where families can go to cool off in Cheney starting on Monday. We've got those details coming up. And tariff rates were announced for Mexico and the EU, how these could impact your wallet.
Hope you were able to stay cool today. We're in the mid-90s right now. That heat advisory is still good. I'll get you prepared for tomorrow with that fire danger in the week ahead. My first alert weather forecast. That is next on 4 News Now at 6.
Connect with 4 News Now on KXLY+.
Olympus Living of the Spokane Valley. Independent and assisted living for adults 55+.
Settle in for summer savings on stressless furniture at Ennis Fine Furniture. Right now, get a $100 instant rebate for every $1,000 you spend on stressless recliners, sofas, and accessories. Plus, save $50 on stressless Laurel and Mint dining chairs or home office chairs. Shop Ennis Fine Furniture, North 8313 Division Street in Spokane.
You don't know how much pressure you put on your septic system, but Rid-X does. In a 21-month study, scientists proved that Rid-X reduces up to 20% of waste buildup every month. Take the pressure off with Rid-X.
2 summer sensations are flying into DQ. One of them is sure to save the summer, and the other, yeah, he's Superman. No big deal. With an epic mix of sugar cookie dough, sprinkles, and cake batter flavor, the new DQ Superman Cake Batter Cookie Dough Blizzard Treat packs enough flavor to tempt Superman himself. Hurry in to DQ or get it delivered in the app for this legendary new Blizzard Treat before it's gone.
So what do you think about these?
We like this.
Yeah, we love it.
When it's time for an update or complete remodel, Rebath is with you every step of the way.
We're going to take everything down to the
From design and products to removal and installation, we handle the entire process to create a beautiful and functional bathroom for whatever your life needs.
Honey, you were right. Turned out.
Rebath, with you every step of the way. Call us or visit rebath.com and save $750 off your tub or shower remodel.
At Northern Quest, it's easy to get distracted with over 1,500 slot machines, including 392 different slot titles, all competing for your attention. A sexy Roman god here, a magical owl wizard there. Whatever's going on here, it can be a little overwhelming until you realize our slot machines pay out $167 million in annual jackpots. You're not so distracted now, are you? Northern Quest, yes, the best.
The Gilmore Girls are now on Start TV. It's the beloved series that mixes comedy, drama, and fun. Yes! The Gilmore Girls, weeknights at 5. Watch Start TV over the air on KXLY Channel 4.4.
4 News Now is brought to you by Windermere Real Estate.
Welcome back. Looking to beat the heat this week, you'll want to check out this. This is the brand new Cheney Aquatic Center. The community pool is officially opening to the public tomorrow, but it celebrated a soft opening today. This is a project that's 4 years in the making.
After a couple years of getting community feedback and design and architecture and a year of construction, we're a day away from finally reopening the pool again.
We definitely like the slide and the lazy river. It's real fun. Yeah.
Look at those smiles. Everyone's having a good time out there. It also has a climbing wall and a zip line. Wow, I did not know that. And lots of chairs, of course, to relax by the poolside, catch some rays. And just a heads up, though, if you're heading to the grand opening tomorrow, be aware of some local road closures nearby. Cedar Street is under renovation right now, which could impact your parking, but once you're inside, man, that looks like a day to remember.
It does.
It's awesome.
Do these go up everywhere?
It seems like it. Yeah, more and more, right?
Yeah, it's fantastic. I just can't. It's like a little water slide, zip line park.
I know.
For everybody.
I know, and just in time too for this insane heat that's coming through.
We've been dealing with this heat advisory starting yesterday into tomorrow, but we also have fire danger rising, Jordan. So good Sunday. Hope you've had a wonderful weekend so far. Plenty of sunshine out there, and we're right in the mid-90s. A little less hot than we were thinking. We were thinking maybe around 97 today, so we're seeing a little bit less heat, but still plenty of heat out there. Hope you are dealing with it well. So heat advisory continues into tomorrow evening. Fire danger tomorrow. It is rising. Sunny skies abound for the week ahead, and again, we have temporary relief coming on Tuesday, so do get ready for a little bit of less heat. So as we look at our heat advisory, we are looking at, again, a lot of heat coming in for much of the eastern part of the state of Washington and the panhandle for Idaho. So Spokane, Coeur d'Alene has been in that, down to Pomeroy and Lewiston. Lewiston, Tri-Cities have entered the triple digits. Luckily, we have not entered that yet this year or today. So tomorrow we expect to be at 93, but woo, look at that drop into Tuesday, 76. That is a huge 17-degree drop. We might see just a hint of shower activity coming with that, but then we're going to warm back up as we head into our next weekend. So the heat is sticking with us. This July has been sizzling, but we have had a few breaks. If you remember, July 4th was a little chilly, and so is the day after. Tuesday is going to give you that break. So we talked about it earlier, fire weather warning or a red flag warning. So it's just a notice for first responders that fire danger is extreme, and that is going to be the case tomorrow. So winds sustained 20 to 10 mile per hour, gusts up to 40 miles per hour. That does not help out firefighters at all, and humidity is going to be low. So with those hot and dry conditions, that is pretty much the recipe for a fire weather warning. Again, from 1 to 10 tomorrow afternoon into the evening. So Monday's going to be quite a day. So here's fire dangers. This kind of puts in the wind and the dry conditions and the heat and the humidity. So as we get into our overnight period, we are going to be looking okay, but it's going to come back in tomorrow, and we're almost nearing the high range for Moses Lake, Ritzville areas. So it is going to be of paramount that we get to those systems very quickly for fires if they do pop up tomorrow. So current winds, we are seeing some gusts in the 20 mile per hour range right now, near it for the Spokane Valley, Coeur d'Alene as well. So a little bit of wind setting the stage for tomorrow with those gusts possible up to 40 miles per hour. Again, on our radar, we're looking free and clear, and we do expect to stay free and clear for the next couple of days. We do have a slight chance, I just want to show you this, early on Tuesday, we could see a little bit of shower activity coming into our areas. It'll be very brief if it does. Then Pullman could see it Tuesday during the afternoon. So we'll take any precipitation we can. Right now, our temperatures mid to lower to upper 90s. Again, triple digits, Tri-Cities and Lewiston. 24-hour change, about 5 degrees or so. We're going to see a little bit cooler temperatures tomorrow, and that planning forecast. We're going to have a hot week, plenty of sunshine, so get ready for that heat advisory tomorrow. And again, tomorrow afternoon, our fire danger is at a high.
All right, Jason, thanks for that info. For For your money tonight, President Trump announcing new tariffs on the European Union and Mexico that will take effect on August 1st. Trump saying he'll impose a 30% tariff on Mexico due to fentanyl crossing the border. Meanwhile, he says the EU will also face a 30% tariff as a result of the United States trade deficit. The European Commission President Ursula von der Leyen responded saying this.
We've prepared for this, and we can respond with countermeasures if necessary.
Other tariff rates that have been announced so far include 50% on Brazil, which is where we import coffee from, 36% on Cambodia, where we get clothing and footwear, and 50% on copper, which is used for everything from cars to appliances and our home. The Yale Budget Lab estimates these new tariffs could end up costing American households an average of $2,400 a year. And starting tomorrow, we could see some prices rise for ketchup, salsa, and other tomato-based products. That's because the U.S. is pulling out of a 3-decade-old tomato price agreement with Mexico due to the tariffs that we just talked about. So this means that we not only could see higher prices at the grocery store, but also at restaurants, like pizza places that rely on the use of tomatoes. Well, with the heat this week, knew this would be a great time to get out and hit the water, and we have just the place in mind for this week's Air for Adventure. So check out the view from above, Lake Coeur d'Alene's Blackwell Island.
The beauty of North Idaho is the awesome recreation opportunities. The lake, the river here they're just great to get out and experience the water. This is a great recreation area. We're able to access both the lake and the river. Right now the river is back, at the Post Falls Dam, so there is no significant current in the river. You paddle up and down. A lot of people don't know about the Blackwell Island Canal. It's a short float down the river underneath the I-95 bridge, and then you can just loop right into it, and it comes back into the marina, into the lake, and then back to us. We like to have our kayakers and paddleboarders use the canal around that island as a way to kind of get off the main lake water, have a little, more of a tranquil float. It's really pretty back there. The canal is, it's a nice little narrow canal.
It was excellent, actually, nice and shady. I don't like to be out in the sun too much, but it was a good balance, and it was a good balance of sun and shade, and it was beautiful. Lots of scenery and a lot of just really nice floating, slow floats, and it's a perfect place, actually. I really liked it. I've never been here before. I've driven by it so many times, and I've never actually stopped, and it's like, wow.
What's nice about paddleboarding is you have different positions when you're paddleboarding. You can sit and paddle, you can kneel and paddle, you can stand and paddle, but for the beginner, you can kneel, sit, and you really move about the same rate. You can lay down on it, you can just float. We have a lot of people that just really love to be lazy on a paddleboard, which is exactly what you should do in the summer. Great weather. We've had an awesome, late July. It's just an awesome opportunity for you to experience Lake Coeur d'Alene and the Spokane River. These hot temperatures have got people coming out for sure.
Not a bad place to spend the weekends. Moving over to sports, the Seattle Mariners sweep the Detroit Tigers in the last series before the All-Star break. Coming up here in sports, which Mariners stood out this weekend, and more information on who Seattle drafted 3rd overall in the MLB draft.
Live stream KXLY Plus on the 4 News Now app.
4 News Now is brought to you by Gamma Knife.
This is our new home.
Mission Control, engine locked.
Call you after.
I'll be right next to you.
Finley Downtown Toyota is launching the most aggressive deals of the summer with incredible financing options and hot lease specials.
Finley Toyota's downtown.
Whoa.
This is important information from AARP and BECU. You're invited to a free event July 30th at the Southside Senior Activity Center. This is an emergency preparedness workshop designed to help older adults and family caregivers in Spokane County take practical steps in the event of an emergency. Come together with others and walk away with the confidence to face emergencies big or small. Connect with your neighbors, local experts, and support organizations and work together to build a safer, more resilient Spokane. Find out more and register at this website.
It's hard saying goodbye to your car. So AutoNation makes it easy to say hello to your next one. Shop over 25,000 used vehicles now at AutoNation.com. Plus, we'll buy your car and pay you the same day. Visit AutoNation today.
Well, heading into the second half of the season, the Mariners are on a high. Seattle just swept the Detroit Tigers in their final series before the All-Star break, and the weekend performance not only showcased some greatness, but also a little bit of hope. Julio Rodriguez homered this afternoon, and now 3 games in a row. He's kind of been struggling at bat compared to previous seasons, and the hope is this kind of marks him heating up for the back half of his campaign. Randy Arozarena slammed one out of the park as well, marking his 9th home run since June 30th, which is the most in the league as of right now. He now heads to Atlanta for the All-Star game. Detroit and Seattle were tied in the 7th inning. That's Mitch Garver helping the Mariners separate from the Tigers with the 3rd home run for the M's, and the offense didn't even slow down there. Jorge Polanco joins the club with the blast to right field, and then in the 9th inning, rookie Cole Young hit the 5th home run of the day. He also slammed one toward right field in the 9th, that one going for 402 feet, leaving the park at over 110 miles per hour. So the offense was on fire this weekend. 35 total runs scored by the Mariners in this series, not home runs. That'd be a lot. The hope is, though, that they can carry this momentum and make a run for the postseason. Final score today, 8-4. And after a week off, the Mariners are going to be facing arguably their most important series this season. It's going to be 3 games against the Houston Astros, who they are chasing for the lead in the AL West. But first, 4 Mariners already on the plane to Atlanta for the All-Star game this week. Starts with American League starting catcher Cal Raleigh, then Randy Arozarena, Brian Wu, and Andres Munoz. Cal Raleigh, of course, the home run king, is going to be participating in the Home Run Derby tomorrow night. Then the American League and the National League go head-to-head on Tuesday at 5 o'clock.
With the 3rd pick of the 2025 MLB Draft, the Seattle Mariners select Cade Anderson.
Well, the Mariners took the College World Series Most Outstanding Player with their 3rd pick in the MLB Draft this afternoon. Cade Anderson is a left-handed pitcher from Louisiana State University that pitched for 119 innings and logged 180 strikeouts. Anderson was also named to the SEC All-Defensive Team this past season and is likely going to have a pretty bright future in the Mariners system. We're going to hear from him a little bit later tonight at 11. Well, the Indians and the Eugene Emeralds faced off in the heat this afternoon. The bats were pretty hot as well. It was 3 runs for the Emeralds just in the 1st inning. Spokane responded accordingly. In his first at-bat, Tevin Tucker hits that fly ball to center field, good enough for a double. Then Blake Wright with a beautiful base hit past the man at 3rd to bat in Braylon Wimmer. Then first baseman Aiden Longwell is going to show off the short game. Perfectly placed bunt down the 3rd baseline, loading up the bases. All of this just in the 1st inning. Skylar Messenger is going to round things out with another base hit to send 2 more Spokane Indians home, making it 4-3 at the end of the 1st inning. Neither offense slowed down, but it was the Emeralds that came out on top. Eugene wins this one by just 1 run. Final score 11-10. After 9 games in 10 days, the Indians are also now on a break before the final stretch of their season. The Colorado Rockies, the major affiliate for the Indians, of course, had the 4th overall selection. We're going to talk about him a little bit later. You might have some childhood interest in his family.
Oh, yeah, the last name piquing my interest.
Yeah, we're just going to break it all down at 11 tonight.
You're going to have to stay up and watch. It's going to be electrifying, so we'll see you there. Jason's coming back in just a couple of minutes with weather.
Live stream KXLY Plus on the 4 News Now app.
Sunday Night Sports on 4 News Now is brought to you by Coeur d'Alene Casino.
At 4 News Now, we believe you should expect more from local news. Our team is committed to a community conversation and bringing you information you need when and where you need it. Numerica believes in and supports that mission.
A penny saved is a lifetime earned. Numerica Credit Union. Money where it matters.
It's the summer sales event with the Ford crew.
It's the summer sales event. Great time to buy. Nice weekend, Hank?
Spectacular. Took the family camping, courtesy of Ford F-Series, the best-selling trucks for 48 years. Morgan?
Baseball tournament. My sport at the Homeland Field.
How about you two?
Mud bath.
Get 0% APR financing with 0 down and 0 payments for up to 90 days on select Ford vehicles. Plus, get a complimentary maintenance plan for 2 years.
What have we got?
The Andersons. All night, tossing and turning, bad backs, sleep score at an all-time low.
Round up the team.
At Denver Mattress, going undercover is literally how we solve problems.
And when we find sleepers waking up with aches and pains, we turn to the Tempur-Pedic Adapt, designed for ultimate pressure relief that uniquely adapts to your body's pressure points. The Tempur-Adapt features innovative technology, so you get deep, undisturbed rest all night long.
Denver Mattress, the easiest way to get the right Tempur-Pedic.
Working individuals, couples, and families in Washington could get a refund of up to $1,290 on taxes paid in 2024. And if you didn't apply but qualified for this credit in 2023 and 2022, you could potentially get up to $3,745 for 3 years combined. To see if you're eligible for this annual tax refund and learn the steps to apply, visit workingfamiliescredit.wa.gov.
Welcome back, and the heat continues into your Monday until tomorrow night at 8. We have a heat advisory. Tomorrow's highs are going to be in the mid to lower 90s for our cities. Also tomorrow afternoon, fire weather warning. Winds could be gusting up to 40 miles per hour tomorrow, so fire danger is at a high level tomorrow. So be careful outside. It is going to be hot, and we have kind of an update on one of the evacuations for one of the local fires.
Yeah, evacuees for the Clover fire that we talked about at the top of the newscast. Those folks will not be able to return home. If you've been evacuated, you can go to the Boundary County Fairgrounds to seek shelter if needed. We'll have an update for you tonight at 11 o'clock.